You know. Oh, now we're live.
You're live.
Yay, we're live. Everyone, thanks for joining us on our Sunday night Fun with Train show. Tonight I have Hoosier Breaks with me.
Hello, hello.
He's in his Lego room setting up the train so we can watch him go. Tonight might be a short stream. I'm not really feeling good, so we're gonna see how far we can get.
I understand that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, so last week, if you were here or watched the replay, y'all should know we built this train, the new cargo train. 60 something number. Okay. So it came in the set. It came with the cargo train and some cargo carts. So I didn't put any stickers on. So this one had the bank full of money and of course little extra fun play features. And shoot, this guy is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the crane car.
Let's see. And nope, the other way. Nope. There we go. Okay. So the train. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. See, and last but not least, the log car, which I thought was pretty interesting that a lot of the play features in this set also included, like the forest tractor had the same type of logs from that one, and then inside the city, inside one of the cargo ones had the Arctic mobile. So, and then the bank section and the bank truck, wherever it went, it was the same one from City Mountain Heist. Had a biplane, but there's a bank car with the same logo and pattern as this one. So overall, I like the little extra builds. They're very interactive in the play features. The train itself is actually quite, compared to the passenger train we built a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about that one. This one's very, very heavy. See, I haven't got a chance to play with this one too much. I got batteries. It has new batteries. But I did notice, just kind of pushing it around on the track, that the buffers, because this one has the plow coupler, it sits right. It's like right on the track the whole time. I know Hoosier ran it in his city, so I was curious if he saw that too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to change mine out. I'm going to go with just the regular one. I want to run mine here in a few minutes. It's still got it on it. I'll be able to hear it, but I don't know if you all can. You can hear it hitting on the train track as it's running around. So
Yeah,
you get to a show, and we all know some of the shows, the tables ain't the greatest. It could hit enough to derail it.
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned last week when after I had to build, I had it just pushing back and forth across the track, and I was like, man, that is a really, really snug.
We got Cold Water Bricks in the chat.
Hey, Coldwater, how are you?
I guess since we are talking about this one, we can compare it to the one that everybody says similar to. It's actually a lot different when you put them side by side.
Yeah, especially the brick bag, the kind of the nose pieces on either end.
Yeah, the nose is different. There's no doors. I like this one, the new one, better than I do this one.
And the old one is the RC, where you had to have direct line of contact, and it had a really fine or a very small sensor point, right?
Yeah, well, the old one, all this is the plate. That's the train plate. It's all built in.
Hmm.
So, and then it's got, I mean, two little bitty, what do they call them? Electronic eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
So when I ran this one, I have to be on top of it to stop it, start it. It's bad all the way around.
Hmm. Yeah, because now having two of the new trains, we can actually really play around with the power functions part of it.
I'll go ahead and run, man. I got my passenger train is also hooked up.
Mm-hmm.
So when I turn one on with the controller, both trains are going to take off.
Oh, good.
Let's see if the magnets hold up. Hopefully they don't derail.
Hey, Bricksomniac. Hey, Nerd Bricks. There goes passenger. Yeah, engine car wise, the cargo one, it's quite heavier than the other one.
I do like how you can see how many ever trains you want for the same controller.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not brave enough to run them full speed. So I think I'm running it on 3 clicks right there.
Because I know when we ran the passenger, I noticed it was like one speed per car, and then one speed extra for every extra car you had pulling.
I mean, it's spot on. When you hit the stop button, it stops. There's no trying to move it. Playing with it earlier, I was stopping it underneath my upper level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in front of the city. So yeah, it is spot on.
And you have no problem with it going underneath where you have no line of contact with it, right?
Yeah, I can start it up. I can stop them both underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The passenger train was under it. I stopped it. It took off.
Oh, we only see one.
It's spot on. Like now that it's Bluetooth, there's no lag. So
Yeah.
if I run the old power functions, if it's underneath the upper level, it's running until it comes out or falls off the tracks or does whatever it does.
Mm-hmm.
Got any questions in the chat?
Brother from another brick is here. Hello. Brick Samiak is loving the BNSF train. Yeah, that's a personal favorite too.
I'm gonna hook some more cars to this thing. We'll see. See how many we can pull.
Okay.
And I'm going to cheat. I'm going to pull and push.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there goes Erica. I do like how all the little extra cars you get in it can easily line up nicely with the other trains and be able to move the little cargo containers to some of the other versions, that they're all have the same style. Oh, the little control tower in this set is a nice little extra. I know. I think Buttshop took it and modified it. We're hoping he'll show up. He'll show up later once he gets off of work. How many little cars do you have so far?
I'm putting 2 engines. 14 cars.
Okay.
Let's see what that does.
Now, do you have the 2 engines pulling or one pulling and one pushing?
I got 1 pulling, 1 pushing.
Okay.
Hopefully the magnets hold up.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Already?
Now we wait. We watch patiently as the trains derail. They all probably get jammed up in the mountainside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There you go.
Makes me feel like counting trains from when I was a kid.
I will purposely stop at a crossroad, knowing if I see the train coming, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'll sit there and wait.
That's on speed 4.
Oh wow, so that's just.
When I was playing with it earlier, the only problem that I had is when you stop it, the momentum keeps it going and the cars separate. And of course, made a liar out of me and it didn't do it this time.
Yeah.
Should I try to add more cars?
Yes. Now, have you tried having both of the engines pulling?
I have not. Let's try that before I add more cars.
Hi, Ken. How are you doing?
I'm good. Had to work today, which is unusual for me, so that was a bummer, but at least I got some stuff done.
Good.
So I decided to see which tiles I have. So that's what I've been working on. Seeing which printed tiles I have in my collection.
It's too
So I have
small.
this one that says, it's white and it says TS Bank.
Oh.
I think that's Gringotts.
You hear me, Haley?
Say again, Hoosier?
It's too strong. The two engines separate from the train cars.
Oh,
Yeah, well, magnets can't keep them.
Yeah. Cars I want to add.
now have you thought about taking the new power functions and converting some of your older trains with it?
I'm thinking about it. If they ever make it where we can just purchase the power functions, I would like to put them in all the trains. Added 2 more cars. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I really want to see multiple power or the multiple of the Bluetooth power functions work together, but I don't want to spend the money on it.
The two adding 2 more cars slowed it down quite a bit. See, it's separated. All in all, I'm happy with it. I like it that there's a way now you can run several motors on the same train without it having to be 9-volt.
That's what I've heard, but I haven't played with it enough to see it in action.
Yeah, well, I was running the engine from the new cargo train and the engine from the new passenger train, both on the same frequency.
Nice.
I had one pulling, one pushing. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 cars if you count the 2 engines.
Have you tried just putting them both on the track without the cars, and do they keep like the correct distance from each other?
Yeah. Yep, they run exactly the same.
Nice.
I really do hope that Lego makes those power functions available for us to purchase.
Yeah, because I placed an order to get the lights for the passenger car. So hopefully that should be here this coming week.
You get from Lego or from someone else?
Oh no, they're from Lego.
That's cool.
It was weird because the light kit wasn't listed under power functions. I had to go search for it by the set number, and
Okay.
it showed up just fine.
And that's the like a new light kit, not the old one.
No, it's the new one.
Okay.
You can plug it into the battery box and just be fine.
Okay, and is it controllable with the Bluetooth?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I have a bunch of the old light kits.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, 'cause I have a bunch of the old ones too.
Is that a bad thing when it takes forever to get all the train cars off the tracks?
No.
Just need a little switching yard to store them on. You can just switch them and feed them into the yard.
Bad thing is, I have it and it's full.
Right?
Should move the Ghostbusters HQ over and add more track.
The next addition to the city will be a gigantic train yard.
Trains.
Where hopefully I can park all my trains.
Mm-hmm.
That's 15 trains, right?
Yeah.
Look, they're like friends.
It was interesting when building it, how the battery section was so loose until you put on the 1x3 panel bricks.
Yeah, I like how the actual battery box itself, it clips. When you take it apart to put the batteries in it, the battery pack clips into the box.
Yep. Yeah, it confused me at first. I didn't realize you had to like pull it out. Because how the old battery box was, where it had, you just pull out that one section and all the batteries are 3 on each side.
And it's easier to change the batteries in it. Because both the cargo and the passenger train, you take 4 pieces off and you lift the whole box out.
Yep.
We had 15, including the Christmas
And
tree.
then how they hide the power button switch on top, where they greebled it in so good. All you have to do is hit one button.
The only thing I wish I would have paid more attention when I was building my tunnel and my upper level. My tunnels ain't big enough, so I have to take the little black things off the top.
Hmm.
Or they hit and I derail.
The little hooks.
Yeah.
We learned that the hard way with one of our passenger trains, the first one we had. We Hoosierized it, and we made a little thing full of black 1x1 round studs as like charcoal. And we were in a garage at that point, and it derailed. Black studs all over the floor, and there still is.
That's good to know, because I was going to do a tunnel. So I'll have to keep that tip in line. Make sure it's tall enough for the trains. And it moves pretty good by itself. I did enjoy that we get a lot of straight track in that set.
Yeah. See, underneath my upper level, I got some, what do they call it? No, flex track.
Yeah.
It's all locked together with plates.
Yeah.
So I got 16 more pieces of straight track. I can do away with some of that flex.
Yeah, I don't move the flex in unless I have to.
I had one of my lug members did a really good idea. He used his flex track in his yard, and he has it all bolted together, with some other pieces or whatever, and so it keeps it nice and straight and stable. But it's being used in the yard, which actually came out looking pretty good.
So, Ken, I got a question for you. You've run a lot of trains at shows and whatnot. What's the best brand of battery to use?
That guy I was just talking about, he uses the Lego rechargeables. I haven't pulled that trigger, and I obviously won't now with the new battery packs. But I use Energizer rechargeables. They seem to last decently long. I haven't. Otherwise, I don't know. I use like the Duracell, I think, for the non-rechargeable. And they also last a really long time. I definitely need to like keep in mind of quick change outs on the batteries when I build the trains, because like the Harry Potter, when I converted it, I didn't really think about that, and I have to pretty much like disassemble the whole tender to get the battery out of there.
Oh wow!
So I need to rebuild that a little bit so it has some tiles inside to help, just so I can just pull the battery out quickly.
I think all I got holding mine is the tiles across the top.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, the whole thing just kind of comes apart when I take it out. And I started putting some flat tiles in there, so I think it's better already. But the other, like what Reed was talking about doing was using the Lego rechargeable batteries, but having 2 tenders or 2 whatever cars, and that way you can just like literally plug the car into the battery pack and put the whole car on the charger, and then you can take your second car and run it.
Actually, why did you just put the T-Rex attacking the train engine?
You can put the T-Rex on the train.
Wouldn't go through the tunnel.
You can lay it down flat on one of the carts.
There's no power functions.
So I can't. First thing I did when I come in the room tonight, I started modifying one of my flat cars to hold my phone. I was going to set my phone on the flat car and run it around the track.
Right.
My phone's too big; it won't go through the tunnel.
Oh, yeah. So one of our, well, you know, Tanya, she does
Much better.
she has this little tiny camera that can fit on top of a train car. It's like probably only like 6 studs wide, and it does a first-person live feed to like almost like a tablet-sized screen, and it's a really big hit at the train shows.
I mean, can you stick your phone on the one of the Maersk?
Like the low ones?
Yeah.
Probably.
Rig the phone to sit in the low section.
See, I don't think, because I wanted to set up long ways like this,
Yeah.
but the phone is taller than the tunnel.
Oh.
That way, when it was going around, people can see the underneath, how I did the underneath of the. If I set it like that, like you were saying on the Maris, it'll probably go through it.
All right. So we need to get a GoPro that can stream to a computer. So you can
There you go.
just play the computer and have the train just go around.
Yeah, I was thinking about if you use a GoPro, can I connect that while we're live streaming? Because I know people use them to make videos.
Yeah.
You can connect to it via Wi-Fi on your phone, but I don't know if you can do anything with the video feed.
All right. Well, I'll have to research that one.
That's a question for a Geek Squad.
Yeah, because I have a couple of GoPros I use for diving. But I thought about modifying like a train cart to be pushed in front of the engine, so we could go around.
Doc Sampson says the cities will change over Queens.
Good job. Oh, that's cool.
So, Ken, what was your pros and cons to building the train?
Took a little longer than I thought, so it kept me up. That's always kind of a good thing with Legos when the build takes longer than you anticipate. I don't know. I mean, I also agree. I liked all the straight track that came with it. I like the boom, like the crane that's on there. I don't have one of those on a train yet, so that's cool. I don't know. I mean, it was just a nice chance to get the Bluetooth and start playing with it. I a couple of the lug members have it, but I haven't really had a chance to play with it on my own.
Yeah.
So, and I'm kind of I like having the train cars, so it's, just a nice chance to get more cars, really.
Hey, Hoosier, how does that crane car with its little legs extend? How does it do with your train track that's ballasted?
No, no problem with that. The only problem is with what Kim brought up last week with the tile on it. I don't know if y'all could hear it, but when it goes around the corners, on each corner, it hits a little bit on mine.
Yeah, mine does too. It scrapes just a little bit, the cattle guard.
So,
Oh, I was talking about the legs on the crane.
okay, there.
Because you can pop the legs out to make the cart more stable.
Oh,
Yeah, I think those.
Yeah.
I think those sit high enough that they're not an issue. I think it's just that cattle guard on the front.
Yeah. Well, since Hoosier ballast his thing, compared to normal track, I was curious about the leg not connecting.
Yeah, there's a. Oh, can you see that car on the screen, Erica?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's maybe a brick gap.
Yeah. Yep. That's how high the ballast is.
Yeah, but all in all, I'm happy with both of the new trains. I mean, they're similar, but then again, they're not similar because both of them have different details that the older models didn't have.
Interesting. Do you think you're gonna get some more of the cargo one and change up the color scheme?
Funny you said that.
Because he already has. No, I don't know.
Hey, picking bricks.
I pulled some parts from the collection yesterday. That is enough parts to make another cargo engine, minus the windscreen,
Yeah.
the glass, and the two wedge plates that go on the nose. And I ordered those last night, so they'll be here sometime this week.
Nice.
You like my modification, right? Batman holding a pink teddy bear is pretty cool.
So the only thing on changing the color is the windscreen.
Yeah, I was
When
thinking,
wasn't it only like 3 colors, 4 colors?
was it black, white, green, and that sand blue now?
Sand blue comes in.
Comes in that new garage modular.
So I mean, I guess if you went with a white windscreen, you can make them any color. You can make it any color you wanted.
Yeah.
Or maybe a black windscreen. It would just have to be a color that contrast with black.
That one.
What's going on, Vic? See, I'm happy with it. Gotta hit up Charlie. I need to see if he wants to come off one of his power functions.
What if you put 2 motors in one train?
So I don't think you can, because of the way you have to run the wire. I know Dunster Bricks with the old power function.
Yeah.
He would put 2 motors in, 1 engine or 1 car, but he would go in. He would take the motor apart and reverse everything on the inside.
I mean, because it looks like it has a gap to put a second motor connected to side B.
Never really looked at it.
Well, I think part of the benefit of having a pusher, though, is that it will help the magnets stay together.
Yeah.
If all you do is just pull, it'll decouple. Do you have any plans to go a different route with connections? Hoosier?
No, I'll probably stick with the magnets.
Okay.
Because the Horizon Express couplers, they connect by pins, by Technic pins.
Was that similar to how the Harry Potter couplers did?
Mm.
No, those ones have like the center.
Kind of like those.
Yes, but it's one wheel. It's
it's a shared bogey.
Yeah, it's a shared bogey.
I know.
Yeah, one of the guys, I just right after I said it, I remembered one of the guys in the group had one at a show, and I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
That one was a pain to take on and off the track. Like, it's way easier to use a switch yard for that one.
Yeah, because I have 5 of those connected, sitting out there. So making that style coupler, it wouldn't cause such a issue. It won't cause an issue about them pulling apart.
I think this is going to be the next one that I rebuild.
I'm sure you could take that style, just make a new version of it without the RC one.
Yeah, I want to do away with that.
Yeah.
Well, Haley, what train do you want to discuss next week, or do you want to leave it open? Or
Well, I think we'll leave it we'll leave it open next week. We'll see how maybe we'll skip a week because I know the holiday season people are starting to get busy. So
Yeah. Next weekend, I think I'm on cookie duty all weekend.
Nice.
yeah, so we might skip a couple weeks until after the holidays.
Get through the holidays.
Yeah,
I like the sound of that.
and that way we can.
We can get a game plan going.
Yep. So we're not all train talked out before New Year's.
Yeah.
So I had to go and grab my train off the shelf. I was looking at it. I do like the cargo boxes, like the red cargo box that the little ski mobile is inside. And I really like the red walls themselves. I think that's going to be one of my next purchases.
I had
Get more of those.
I had to look on your thing. I just saw in the little corner. I just saw a red box just spinning.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing with the crane a little bit, checking it out, seeing how it extended and stuff. I built it and I never really, actually checked out the play function on it. It doesn't, I don't have it on the track, so it doesn't sit very stable. The crane's a little bit off the ground when I have the outriggers deployed.
I never did play with any of the play functions either, other than the control tower. I spun the little stop and go thing around. That's
Right.
about it.
Yeah.
I have that sitting out in the train yard right now.
That's another reason I want to expand my train yard, because I got all the stuff, all the extras that went with all these trains I got, like the cranes, and I got a drawer full of cranes that I just don't have room to put in. Well, that's going to change.
Well, the other cargo train has that overhead yellow gantry crane. Remember that one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's the other thing that our other member did, is he actually bought 2 of those sets and he put 2 of those gantry cranes next to each other, and it just looked really good, being double wide. It made a really good train yard.
Yeah, I'd say those from the previous trains, because I wanted those in the yard.
There's one bag full of cranes.
Nice.
There you go. That looks like the one that I was just mentioning.
Then I got one that's got, I think, green arm, or
The screen support legs.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, is there any last remarks about this train before we end it?
No, I mean, I was just going to say, I definitely like the red cargo box a lot better than the bank box.
Yeah.
The bank box just doesn't look quite right to me. But that's all.
Haley, it was fun.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed building this one last week, and I wish I got a chance more to play with it in the city. But yeah, thanks Ken, thanks Hoosier for hopping on and sharing your thoughts about the train. Thanks everyone in the chat for hanging out. Do y'all want to say your goodbyes?
Yep. Well, thank you for letting me join the build. That was a lot of fun last week doing the build.
Yeah, no worries. You're welcome anytime. All right, folks.
Cool.
Well,
Thanks for watching, everybody.
thanks for watching. Sorry it's short. Keep an eye out for when the next one is. I'm sure we'll try to do one before New Year's hits. So, all right.
If you're watching this, comment. Let us know what train you want us to talk about next, or
Yes, we'll let y'all decide.
what train you want me to try to power function. I'm telling you right now, I'm not power function that the Marisk or the Emerald Knight. So any other train you see on my table, I will do, but not those two.
There you go. All right, everyone. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Good night.